Hi guys, I trust we're good. I trust we are producing results. I trust we are being productive. Remember, activity does not really mean productivity. All right. So today we'll continue looking into the World Economic Forum top 10 skills of 2025. All right. So last week we studied leadership, social influence, analytical thinking, and innovation. All right. If you've not seen it, try and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can view it and catch up with us. All right. Today we'll be looking at learning strategy, and we'll be looking at active learning as well. Okay, we'll also be looking at complex problem solving. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking at today. All right, we'll start with active learning. Okay, active learning is a method of learning in which people are actively or experientially involved in the learning process. Okay, so in your space, in your academics, your workplace, do you just listen, or do you practice? Do you read? Do you write? Do you ask questions when you learn? Okay, even the Bible says we should not be hearers of the word alone, we should also be doers of the word as well. Okay, so how do you learn in your space? Okay, we have an educational system, or rather an education system, where the examiner wants you to give them exactly what you've been taught. Okay, which is very wrong. Okay, how much do you question the things you learn? Okay, so I spoke on some skills in our previous vlog. How many of them have you questioned? How many of them have you practiced? Okay, so as we learn in our offices, as we learn in school, as we listen, as we acquire knowledge, let us not just be the garbage in garbage out kind of person. Okay, let us question things, let us analyze it, let us put it into practice. Okay, I remember when I started my job at Zenith Bank. Yeah, Zenith Bank. And initially, when I was being taught, I didn't really understand everything because it was on the system. So everything was like magic to me. But it changed the moment I was given my own PC. Okay, everything changed because I started practicing it myself. I started punching in things. I started running the transactions myself. Okay, so let us not just be that person who would just listen, and then when they ask you what did you learn, and you'll be like, according to him, according to that. No. Okay, actually right now I'm taking a professional exam soon, and I'm attending the course for the exam. And during the course, we usually analyze things, we discuss, okay, practical things in our industry. And anytime I remember those discussions, I always remember what we've been taught. Okay, so that's one of the advantage of active learning. Okay, so let us just be that person who listens. I think I wrote something down. Let me read it out so it can be clear. Okay, so I wrote here that, okay, so don't just listen through the process. Okay, don't just listen through the learning process. Okay, be engaged in the learning process as well. All right. Now we'll look into learning strategy. Okay, learning strategy speaks to an individual approach to complete a task. Okay, it speaks about the way we learn. Now, in this case, to me, there are no wrong or right ways to learn. Okay, as long as you eventually get the task done. Okay, most times when I read, I have to write the things I am learning down a couple of times before it stick. okay, while there are some people who just read them once and then it enters, okay. But at the end of the day, we all get the work done, okay. So it's not about how you learn, okay. It is your ability to understand the way you learn, okay. It's your ability to understand what will work for you to be able to learn and understand the tasks you have to deliver, or the course you're learning, maybe your WAEC, PhD, BSc, whatever it is, okay. So remember, I said there are no wrong way or right way to achieve your goal, all right, to learn what you want to learn, okay. But I will advise you look for the smartest way to learn, okay. It will help you achieve more, okay. All right, so finally we'll look into complex problem solving, okay, and it speaks to our ability to resolve obstacles in situations, okay. So if you have been following my vlogs, especially if you saw the one for last week, you would know by now that organization won't employ you to solve your problems for you, okay. They will employ you to solve their problems, okay. In as much as, yes, one of their goals is to enable you grow, but they won't help you solve your problems, okay. You have to solve their problems, okay. No customer will come to your business to to purchase anything if it is not going to solve his or her problem, okay. So we need to program our minds to solve problems if we want to remain relevant in 2025, okay. Now I know I know solving problems can be tiring, okay. It can be so overwhelming. I can attest to that, but we still have to train our minds to solve those problems, okay. Now I know a lot has been said on complex problem solving, but one thing you should know is the first step to solving a problem is to be able to identify the problem, is to be able to know that there is a problem. Most people are not growing because they don't even know that they are not growing because there is a particular problem hindering them from growing, okay. Now I want to end with this in complex problem solving, okay. Now you see, no one is saying that you should solve problems yourself, okay. Now it is your ability to galvanize people to be able to solve a problem for you that will make you become a good complex problem solver, okay. Now most of us are working for bosses who identified a problem and employed us to solve the problem for him or her. So you see, it's not always about you solving the problem yourself, okay. You should also train your mind to be able to, of course we are leaders, so you should be able to train your mind to be able to galvanize people to solve complex problems, okay. So finally, as I said in my previous vlog, the only person who can keep you relevant till the rest of your life is God, okay. So trust him to keep you relevant, as you also play your part by putting in the work to remain relevant, okay. You need to understand these skills. You need to practice them as well. Remember that continuous behavior creates habits, okay. So let us put in that work as we trust God to keep us relevant. Remember, this is a series. We are dissecting the World Economic Forum top 10 skills of 2025, okay. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can follow through the series. Also like, comment, share. If you have something to say, just put it in the comments section. Remember, remember what I said about active learning. Okay, so let us engage ourselves as well. Okay, please encourage someone else to subscribe as well, so he can also learn. Remember, that way you will influence the person to be productive as well and relevant. All right, so till I come your way next week. By next week, we'll look into some other skills that will help us to be relevant in the year 2025 and beyond. Okay, so keep dominating your world, keep influencing your world. God will help us. Okay, safe guys.